And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. Alright, you can see all the trains are in. I'd discovered that you can ghost place trains. How awesome is that? I mean, it's just awesome. You can't place more than one, like, thing, but if you place a whole lot, like I placed all of the engines, then I'm going to place the first cargo wagon. By the time I got done with that, I could place the second cargo wagon, and then the third cargo wagon, and then the fourth. Oh, it was so awesome. I wish I could try to figure out how to automate putting in all of the goodies inside of them, but that would, you know, I mean, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's asking too much. All right, so here we have a nice canvas on which to paint sweet amounts of science pack production. So maybe the first thing we want to do is figure out how many of these we're going to need, or just wing it. I'm on the wing it category. I'm just build what feels like enough and then leave room for expansion later. So if we look, the more complex version of these are going to be the greens. So the greens are going to need a little bit more finagling. And this produces 1 every 6 seconds. So if we want 10,000 a minute, that's a lot. Now, granted, we're going to be able to do productivity. So we're going to be able to have, 6 productivity modules in these babies. So this plus this plus productivity is 60% productivity. Okay, so let's ignore the crafting speed for now, which I know is counterintuitive. But at the base, if we wanted this is going to be 1 every 6 seconds. So with a 60% productivity, that's 1.6 every 6 seconds. So 1.6 every 6 seconds. Now, let's see. How many? There's 10 6 seconds in a minute. So 10 crafts in a minute. That's 16 of these that this thing can produce in a minute at crafting speed 1. Okay. Now, it's really hard to know without beacons what your final crafting speed is going to actually be. So let's get some beacons in there. You know, I might want 3 of these. Like so. And unfortunately, it doesn't actually tell you what your crafting speed is going to be until you get some power. I want to, try to do a tileable setup too. I mean, that's just part of the game. Okay. This will give me an idea. This like middle one here. Because each one of these gives you 0.5 distribution efficiency. And there is 100% productivity in there, or speed, which then drops down to 50%. So it is what it is, I guess, is what I'm saying. Okay, so crafting speed is actually going to be 10.85. Okay, so we take that 16, that's at 1, remember. Crafting speed of 1, these things can produce 16 science packs. So now we need to multiply that 16 by 10.85, which gives us 173.6 Science goo every minute. Somebody on the Reddit called it like science sludge or something like that, and it kind of stuck. So I'm gonna write that down. 173. Well, if I could find a pen that actually works, that would be very, very nice. 173.6. So now we need to take 10,000 divided by 173.6. Gives us 57.6. So 58 crafters. 58 crafters. I can't even fathom how much this is going to be. 58 crafters, which is going to be, this is going to be crazy. Well, I'm just saying, it's going to be insane. So we are going to obviously need a full belt of each type of goodie. So we're going to have 10.85, which means that 6 seconds gets divided by 10.85. So you're looking at almost a half a second. I hate, well, one thing I could do is pull off of the center there. I hate pulling off of where there's a underground because it just doesn't seem to work that well. And that really helps with the end. Okay, so 58 crafters. Oh man. Okay, we cannot compress these. Or we're gonna offload. I'm gonna guess we're gonna offload somewhere up here. So let's bring these up. So many. This is just so many underground belts. You. One thing. Yeah. See, this doesn't work very well. It would be nice. This does not leave a whole lot of room for power, does it? Because if we copied this, flipped it. Yeah, see that? That does not work very well. However, we could do it this way. It doesn't share any beacons. We could put this out one. And now we have power issues. And if we copied this whole thing and flipped it, we could put that there. So 58, that's 6 of them right there. This is going to be an insane setup. And this is just greens. Like reds are also, well, those are 5-second crafts, but I'm assuming all the math is the same. It's just instead of 6 seconds, it's going to be 5 seconds. Same crafting speed, same productivity. So slightly less than 58 of them, but still probably in the 40 45-ish range, at least. Maybe, yeah, 45, I'm guessing. So the real question is, like, how many of these can we handle? This is going to be that's a 10-second, or 10.85 at 6 seconds. So we take 6 seconds divided by 10.85. That's 0.55 seconds. So roughly half a second, which means at 180 items per second, we'll be able to support roughly 90, which means it's going to be 45 crafters on a line, because we're using these, we're doubling this, right? I love how that worked out. That's so nice. So roughly 45, which is a lot, actually. I'm just now thinking of that. So make sure that lines up. Everything is looking good there. So that's 3. That's 6. 9. 12. 15. 18. 21. 24. 27. 30. 33. 36. 39. 42. 45. 48. 51. 54. 57. And change. Look at that. I mean, it's a little over 58, but, you know, it's still there. So we are going to need at least, this is 58 times point, no, 55, no, that's wrong. 58 divided by 0.55. We're going to need 105 arms and belt a minute. Okay, 105 a minute. Now these are actually, we can make these pretty fast. This is 2 belts every second. And these are 1 every 0.5 seconds. And these I do not think are productivity module. Yep. So I'm thinking over here, we're going to want the setup for these. I'm only going to have 1 beacon on these. You know, I might as well put these closer. So they can, you know, take advantage of this. But if we do these, right? And then we put in these and these. Because these, with speed modules, you get the full effect. of the speed modules. So we really don't even need beacons for these, because these are already going to be building so fast. Yeah, we're going to take the beacons off of these. So they are an even 14 crafting speed, and the recipe alone is 0.5 seconds. So if we take that 0.5 seconds and we divide it by, or no, yeah, actually, if we take that 0.5, so that's that's 2 a minute, or 2 a second, I should say, right? So at crafting speed of 1, that's 2 a second. We're at crafting speed 14, so that's technically 28 per second. 28 per second, 28. To get to 105, we only need like 3 and like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We only need like that many. We only need 4 of these. Because that's 28 times 4. That's a lot. To feed all of these, we're going to use a system that is going to try to feed these as much as possible. Because, yeah, this is going to be a lot of material. Yeah, it's going to be a considerable amount of material. These coming out. Just in case I need more. Again, I always try to make designs that can be expanded on. Okay. So if we need more, I can just keep adding them. You know, make it expandable. That way you don't have to really upset yourself in finding that you're not producing enough. This is likely going to need... Yeah, this was going to be a lot of production. Like we need 105. I think I said 105 a minute of these, or 105 a second. So we have 180 items a second on here. So we should trademark should not need more than 1 belt worth. Now, is that going to be accurate? I do not know. If it isn't accurate, we'll know very, very quickly. Let's just do this. Why not? Okay, so the offloading, we need iron, gears, and circuits. So, iron, iron, iron. Gears, gears, gears. Circuits, circuits, circuits. The reason I do this is because these are all going to be So, because in here, we are actually going to have... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Nope, 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 nope. There it is. Haha. Bingo. There it is. Each one of these is going to have its own off-putter. I want to make sure these are pushing out as much as possible. And to do that, we're going to have a full belt going into each one of those. Now, the basic transport belt is the easier part of this. Like, it's just iron and gears, which we are going to have coming up here anyway. So we're going to have gears, probably have a couple different gears coming out. So there's gears here. I'm going to go all the way over to the end. We're going to have circuits. This is the only place circuits are going to be used, so they can get the full effect. And then iron. All the way out here. Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, this is going to be gears, I do believe. Yeah, that's gears. Circuits. Here. And then iron here. Now, you're going to get a full belt in and in and in. So now we have a full belt of iron and a full belt of gears. We can basically do the same thing over here. And these, we need half as many. Same crafting time, 0.5 seconds. But as you can see, this makes 2 at a time. So 2 at a time at 0.5 seconds, we should only need 2 of these. And I say should only need 2 of these. Again, we want to make sure we have ourselves ample amounts of material. So this row and this row can go away. Because this is only iron and gears. So we're going to do iron, gears, iron, and gears. Like so. And of course you get lovely bits there. And there. Now, gears, iron, Circuits we don't need. So that's one thing we don't need over here. All right, we have a lot of production capacity here. I mean, it might not look like that, but these are crafting speed of 14, and they produce at 0.5 seconds. So that's 2 a second, 2 crafts a second, which is 4 a second, which is then multiplied by 14. So that's 56. Each one of these is 56 a minute. No, 56 a second. Okay? 56 per second times 2. 112 a second can get pushed down this line, which is pretty substantial. It's glorious is what it is. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. It's glorious. Okay, so these we're going to merge into one belt there. We're going to merge into one belt here. And then we're going to have a lovely warehouse. You know, I'm going to have a buffer warehouse up in here. Okay, and the reason I'm going to have a buffer warehouse is I'm going to deconstruct the one that's in the base. And I want these to get sent up here. So these are going to be greens, and I'm going to have like 500,000. Okay. So I can deconstruct the one up in the base, and they'll all be sent down here. How many can they hold? I think they stack to 200, and this is 1,800, so it's 360,000. I'm gonna gate this. Well, I'm gonna turn this off. No. I'm gonna gate these. This is going to be when green circuits are less than, let's say, 10,000. Right? And gate that one. That way I'll be able to deconstruct it and then use a bunch, and then I'll later remove those altogether. But now I want to hop up into our main base. First I need to probably, well, might need to do reds first. And I'll do the math in between episodes on how many crafters we need, and then we'll come back, build reds really quick, because that's going to be very, very similar to this. Build reds. We don't need to craft anything extra for those. It's just copper and gears, so pretty straightforward. And then we'll have reds as well, and then we'll set up the trains to do all the work for us. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Please hit that like button if you've been enjoying the series so far, and comment down below if you have something to say. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And again, next month is Factorio month for Stream Games. If you want in on that, please be a Patreon and support me at any level. And that would really, really, really helps. That's basically my income. That's my only income. So, yeah, thank you all for supporting me, and I'll see you next time.